What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Black Man's Thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Got a chance to talk about, my Ravens. You know what I'm saying? And this time I want to, talk to y'all. Just to talk to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Talk to y'all about a variety of things. Start off, mental health. Look at this, man. Sometimes being able to just come outside and be in the element, connect with the Most High. There's nothing like it, being out in nature. I'm a nature guy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I also suffer with, mental health issues. You know what I mean? It's nothing to be ashamed of, especially now it's in a culture where they're pushing it. They're starting to realize that, we all have these flaws. We all have these defects. We all have been traumatized one way or another. You listening to the conscious community, you're starting to hear about all these smart publicized individuals being charged with sex trafficking, raping women, child molestation. Look at the Boy Scouts of America. Look at that shit, man. Messing with them little boys. We all knew what was going on. We all been seeing them doggone grown men taking these boys into the woods and shit like that. I'm not knocking anybody who's done it. I'm sure people had great experiences, and not all Boy Scouts of America leaders are like that. But there are some perverts out there. But the thing about it is, what happens to the child? What happens to the child when the child has to grow up and then face the society with questions that he was never able to get answered? You know what I mean? Then you're just reintroducing that back into society. You're reintroducing that. And I think that now they're starting to look at that and say, hey, we need to really help these individuals that suffer. And so I do like the push on mental health. It runs in my family, man. You know what I mean? It comes in the family. We deal with depression. You know what I mean? Anxiety, certain things like that, man. I know me, I deal with depression. And that's something that I've always dealt with. You know what I mean? Having a troubled past. But everybody has a troubled past. Everybody has a story. And that's fine. There's nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to run from. You just have to learn how to navigate life and heal yourself. Find out what's going to heal you. I believe in the Most High. But I also believe that the Most High uses others and uses people's talents to help heal you. I don't think there's going to ever be no magic lightning bolt that's going to come down and going to tell you you're healed. But what he's going to do is say, hey, I'm going to give you enough common sense to go to the damn doctor. Go see a therapist. I've made therapists and gave them the wisdom of therapy so you can use it to get healed. I think that we have a false sense of reality when it comes to healing. You can't just eat a piece of garlic and a piece of radish and say, hey, I took a herb, I'm healed. That it doesn't work like that. You have to go and you have to get cognitive therapy. You have to go get those things, man. You have to get those things looked at. You have to talk to somebody. You have to let out those demons on, you being touched as a little kid, or your parents getting divorced. Sorry about that, y'all. Phone died in the middle of me making a video. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, get the things checked out, man. Get some cognitive behavior, therapy sessions. I think they call it CBTs. Yeah, that stuff works, man. You can't just say, I will take some stress relieving herbs and say, oh, I'm good. You can't do that. That's not what they're designed to do. I'll tell you this too. We have to be cognizant too. We have to be cognizant about this. You have to ask yourself if herbs are, like I believe, stop, Sanaa. I do believe herbs work. I do believe herbs work really well if given to you by somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. The problem is There's a reason why you don't see any, and even in different cultures, you don't see too many herbal hospitals. You don't see that. You don't see that at all. Matter of fact, a lot of the people who do herbs, if they get sick, they also go to the damn hospital. They also go to physicians who have a little bit more access to certain tools, to certain machines. You have to do that. You can't just say I'm only going to take herbs. That's unrealistic. Unless you're going to shamans and you're going to people who've done this for 40 years who say stuff like, hey, I'm going to take your blood. I'm going to check your urine. I'm going to check things. If a herbalist doesn't do that and he's just prescribing you herbs, I would be very wary, because there's certain things that only your blood is going to give you an indication of what's going on within your body. You can check certain things through your urine. There's certain things that a doctor is going to say, hey, before I prescribe you anything, I'm going to check certain things within you to say, hey, you can't just start prescribing people herbs and you don't know if it's going to have adverse risk to something else. And I say all that to say, a lot of our people say, I'm not going to go to therapy. I'm not going to go seek help. I'm not going to seek counseling. I'm not going to seek this because that's the white man's medicine, or you can't trust the white man and they putting poison in medicines. Well, you can't only look at it like that. You have to have some level of sense to say, hey, if I go to a herbalist and he doesn't check certain things, then how does he know? He just prescribed me certain dosages and say this will work, but he doesn't know for sure because he doesn't know what's happening within inside of your body. So I would say, be cautious of that. But, we kind of veered off. But anyway, depression, it's not just like you're always feeling sad. Oh, I'm so sad, I want to cry. It's not always that. Depression is a numbing feel where you don't feel present, where you don't feel like anything matters, like you're not close to anything, like you're on autopilot, like you're there but you're not there. That is also depression. That is also very, very, very strong depression, where you're not motivated to do anything but to just lie down, just to stay isolated, to stay by your sides and submerge yourself into negative thoughts and doubts and constantly questioning every move that you're making. That's that anxiety. That's those demons inside of you that's like, that need to be released, that need to be out of you. And that's why you have to work through those issues. Sometimes it's not just, oh, I remember when my father did this, my mother did that, my brother and sisters held me down and did this. Watching my mother go through that, it's not that. It's not always that. What's up, baby girl? My baby, she getting big. Hey, boo. Sometimes what's causing it is things you've seen when you were too young to remember, or things that are so traumatizing that your brain has shut off that access to that part so it won't hurt you anymore because it may have been too damaging to you. You don't think your mind knows what it's capable of handling? And you're up there dwelling on one issue when it could be something completely different, and you would never know unless you're able to get somebody who's a qualified therapist who knows what they're doing to say, hey, I'm going to help you unlock these certain demons within you. I'm going to give you the coping mechanism. That's another thing about herbs. That's another thing about medicine. Okay, you take these medicines, you take these herbs, and you're like, okay, I'm going to get healed. The problem is you haven't learned certain things like coping mechanisms, tips, hacks, life hacks. You haven't heard these things. So for instance, if I'm suffering with ADHD, I can take ADHD medicine, but the ADHD medicine is not going to also help me give me tips on how do I remember certain things? How do I study? How do I go through life with this ADHD problem and be successful in a working environment? You can't just stay at home and say, oh, I'm slow, I can't read, I can't go to school, I can't focus long enough to maintain a job, so I'm going to just sit at home and collect government checks all day and then talk about the white man is the devil. Yeah, that's an unproductive response. And it's not going to get you where. It's going to only yield negative results because you're then, how will I say it? You're then on somebody else's mercy. They will only feed you when they deem that you fit that their program. So what happens when they say, you know what, you've been on government assistance, you no longer qualify. But guess what? You still don't know them damn life hacks. You still don't know them tips. Yeah, you still got your medication, but guess what? They just decided that they're no longer going to give you what you need because it's their business. Come here, baby. Where you going? Look at you. She act like she knows where she's going. But medicine and herbs is not the end all. You need those cognitive sessions. You need that therapy. You need structure to say, hey, I know how to deal with these problems that I face when it comes to studying, when it comes to depression, when it comes to thinking constantly negative. How do I get out of that? Medicine ain't gonna teach you how to get out of that. Neither is herbs. You need those tools, those tips to be able to do so. Hold on. Sorry about that. I have to take my daughter in. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I think that we have to start looking at things more realistically. You know what I mean? It took me a while to think like that. It took me a while to say, you know what? I can't just say, you know, I'm only going to take herbs. I'm only going to cure this myself. I'm only going to handle this within the family. We can't say that with a straight face and then say we trust in the Most High. Can't say that, because if you trust in the Most High, then you have to realize that He's also giving a way to heal all disease. And it's all not going to just come from your household. It's a big world out there. So you have to look outside of your environment. You have to look outside of your circle, outside of your mind, and say, there's somebody out there that can help me. I just can't go down to the local corner store, take me some Jingo Biloba, take me some, what's it called, chamomile? I never pronounce it right. Chamomile or chamomile, some stress relieving tea, some Gata Cola, or whatever it's called, some sea moss, bladderwrack. It's gonna give you all the minerals, yeah. But guess what it's not gonna do? It's not gonna take away those demons within you. It's not. That's facts. That's facts. You know, rest his soul, but even Dr. Sebi died of pneumonia. They say other things, but point being is that even he got sick. Even he got sick. And he was battling pneumonia, I think, for a while. So you have to ask yourself, if the herbs was the end all be all, he should have never even had the pneumonia to begin with. And if he had it, the sea moss, the bladderwrack, the whatever he's got, whatever knowledge he's got within that whole herbalist community, how many people he taught, somebody would have came up with something to say, hey, I can get rid of that pneumonia in a day. You have to ask yourself these questions. And it's no knock on him, but what I'm saying is that we all have to start saying, you know what, man, nobody has the cure-all. Nobody has all of the answers. We have to stop looking at these people as gods, idols. You know what I mean? And understand that there is only one, and that is the Most High. Everybody else is flawed in multiple ways. There's only one that's good, and that's the King himself. That's the Creator. You know? You have the conscious community. You got people like Brother Polite in the news. Tommy Sotomayor in the news. African Bambaataa in the news. R. Kelly in the news. Multiple people in the news. A lot of people got money. Access to things that me and you don't even know exist. Look how they're living their lives. Polite said the black woman is God. He had all these women out here talking about black woman is God, black woman is God. All you niggas out here, black woman is God. You know, tricking these women, having sex with these women, thinking that they goddamn gods and shit. Nobody ever stopped to think. Is the black woman only God when she's giving you sex? Or is she a God when she's sending your ass to jail as well? Nobody else put like that. Is she the God? Is she the same God that you accused of molesting and raping her 14-year-old daughter? Is that the same God that you worship? I remember back in 2014, he was in a prison. He was in a pyramid in Egypt, and he was with his wives, and they were praying. But for years, he kept saying the black woman is God, and I've always wanted to know this question, this answer. If the black woman was God to him, who the hell was she praying to? And why wasn't he facing her when he was praying? Why would he need to go to Egypt to go inside of a temple to pray to his gods when the black woman is God and money is a religion? He shouldn't even have been in fucking Egypt. That should have told you all right there that there's something fishy going on. You look at Sanetta's channel, you got Sanetta in the news. But a lot of these people, man, they didn't speak out when this child molestation stuff was going on. These kids are gonna be traumatized for life, man. You can't get that shit back, man. Traumatized, man. Depression, anxiety, they're gonna have all of that. It's gonna be somebody gonna come up there and talk about, oh, I got some herbs to cure it. I got some herbs to cure it. Out of all these damn centuries, out of all these damn generations, all these people still plagued with goddamn depression, and y'all still believing that there's just one herb that's gonna cure it. And people still going through depression. Whoa. That tells you that this mental health, man, is very serious. It's passed down through genetics. But then you have something called epigenetics. That's a deep concept too. You know, is it that we're passing along the depression? Or is it that we're living in similar environments that tend to bring forth similar sicknesses, ailments? So which one is really passed down? Is it the genetics or is it the living conditions? What if it is the genetics? DNA is amazing. Me and my sisters, my sisters was just here, and we pretty close. We was all talking. I'm looking at their feet. We all got the same feet, but my kids got all their mama's feet. But you could tell that they have their mama's foot, but they have a lot of them. I don't know. It's weird. Like I could see my feet, but then they have like that pinky toe that's their mama's. It's funny. We all laugh at it. But what I'm saying is to say that genetics, DNA, what is passed down from a parent to a child. Is it also memories? Is it also suppressed memories? The concept I would like to study is if you're going through something, if you're going through depression, if you're going through traumatizing life experiences and conceive a child, how realistic is it that some of that energy, some of that is going to be passed down to that child, whether he remembers it or not? What if that also makes up that child? So they say that back in the day that you should be married when you have a child. You should be within a loving relationship when you bring forth a child. Is that the reason why? Because you want to bring that baby not only within the loving union, but you also want to pass that down through your DNA when you're in the course of making that baby. That's very interesting. I don't know the answer to that. But I'm just bringing up the conscious community. And there's Israelites in there as well. You know what I mean? You got Nazi. You know what I'm saying? We do a terrible job in the black community of hiding pedophiles, and not pushing forth treatment for the mental anguish that these children are suffering. This mental health that's plaguing our communities. We talk about all this white man is, white man that, but we're not putting forth any mental institutes that's helping heal these traumatic experiences. You got a whole bunch of traumatized people walking around here. Whole bunch of them. Whole bunch of traumatized people. And nobody in the black community, very few people in the black community are talking about this. You have a lot of black social workers, a lot of black therapists, but they're working for white people because we're not putting our monies together to have our own. So I just wanted to come to y'all, talk about depression, talk about mental health, raise awareness, get treatment, look into some black therapists, and get some treatment, man. You don't have to take the medication. You don't have to take the medication, because medication doesn't solve everything. You need those coping skills. You need the cognitive behavior therapy. You need to change the way you're thinking, to change the way you're approaching life, to be able to. You need to be able to have the skill sets to be able to change the course of your life going forward. Whether it's writing things down, whether it's helping you be more organized, helping you be able to handle anxiety within the job, whether it's being able to just function in school, how to concentrate, how to stay focused, how to stop getting yourself into such a depression that you're unable to get out of the bed. You need cognitive therapy to be able to help correct those issues, because a lot of these issues, you can't help it. They was given to you at birth. They were passed down to you. They were forced into you. You didn't have the control of that. So you can't just be like wallowing in your midst. You have to get up off your tail. You have to go and get yourself some help. Go and get yourself some help. As black men, we are counted on. We are counted on in our families to be the kings. But it also bears the responsibility that you need to get yourself healthy, mentally, spiritually, physically. Get off the couch. Get some sweat, man. Eat healthy. Can't just eat steaks all day. Can't just drink beer all day. You have to put some vegetables. You have to put some life water. You have to put these things into your life. Breathe life into your life so you can exude life, so you can live life, so you can maintain life and be there to experience life with your family that the Most High has blessed you with. Keep your sperm healthy. Keep your mind healthy. But, I don't want to be too long. Just want to let y'all know I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Please like, subscribe, share. Drop a comment under the video, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to the YouTube page, leave some comments, subscribe, post it on your page. Let's get more people. I know that I say that and then don't make a video for a while, but I go through shit. Just like y'all go through shit. My life is not perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn that I had to cut people loose that I even loved, to say, you know what, they're just not healthy for me. They're bringing me down. They're bringing me too much anxiety, too much depression. There's too much negativity every time I'm around them. Friends, family, schools, teachers, jobs. You have to cut them loose, man. You got to cut off that excess weight. You have to lose weight in more than one area of your life. Not just on your body, but sometimes you got to lose those. Everybody can't go to the same levels as you. And sometimes you try to take everybody with you. And what the Most High tell Abraham, he said, leave your family and go to a land that I will show you. You have to cut people off in order to move forward sometimes. Taking a whole bunch of people ain't always the move. Sometimes you got to do it dolo. Sad, but it's the truth. And if they love you, you'll tell. Because if you could tell when somebody loves you. You can tell when they're really about you, if they're about themselves. You can tell when they just want to bring drama into your life. You can tell how quickly they'll leave you when the shit don't go their way. They don't like something you said. All of a sudden, they don't want to respond. They won't text you back, ignore you. Shit, I'm telling you. You got friends, family, bosses. They'll do the same shit, man. They don't care about you. They care about them and how you make them feel. That's true. That's facts. Learn to love yourself. Morning affirmations. Tell yourself, I love myself. I love the Most High. Success is coming. You know what I'm saying? Morning affirmations, morning prayers, meditations. You know what I mean? Got my prayer rug. I sit out in the sun, speak to the Creator, speak things out into the atmosphere, into the world that the Most High has created, where He dwells, where He is. And I watch things happen, because I know that if I speak it out into the universe, that the universe is nothing but a creation of the Father. It's nothing but the Father. Everything is the Father. Everything is Him, because it's His. It's from Him. It's a part of Him. It's the essence of Him. Speak it out, knowing that there's only one Creator. Knowing that these humans out here you listening to, that you think you got all this stuff and they got all this flashy stuff, they're miserable. Raping boys, African Bambaataa. raping little boys and shit. Sickness, man. Sickness. These are demons, man. These are the people that we follow. Malachi Z. York. Look at all this going out about the Nation of Islam, hiding all these underage women that Elijah Muhammad supposedly was slept with. Look at all this stuff, man. This is crazy. These people that had massive followings. Massive followings. Massive followings. And where they at now? What they've been accused of? What's going on? What are these victims saying? Yeah, we know some victims lie. Can't believe everything, but we can't also sugarcoat. You telling me somebody done beat 2 child molestation cases. Well, why the fuck is you with these children like that in the first place to even have 2 cases? You have to look at that. You have to look at that. Taking 14-year-old girls by themselves to a hotel, providing them with alcohol. I don't give a shit if they did it or not. They're automatically guilty in the hood. They should be. Every black man should say, bro, you're guilty. Castrate his ass and get him out of here. Black men got to stand up for the community, man. We got to can't be afraid to speak out about what some shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's your boy Yasha-Yahoo, man. This is Black Man's Thoughts. Let me know what y'all think of the video. Again, like, subscribe, share. You know, hit that like button, man. That's how Facebook, you know, that's how I get more views out there. It puts it into some kind of, I forgot the name of it, but rotation. And the more views, the more times it pops up. You know what I mean? So let's get it out there, man. If you like this video, help get it out there. Let me know what you think. Give me some ideas about the next show. Y'all want me to go in about what's going on with Polite? The Muslims? I mean, Farrakhan, which one? Y'all want to talk about Biden, Trump? What y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to do some research? Y'all want to research some Israelite stuff? Y'all want to get more into the health? Let me know which way. Let me know what y'all want to talk about, man. All right, shalom.